Okay, so this is all for the Zodiac. I meditated on all of you. It took me a little while, but it's something new. A little bit of release. Whew, I got some intense messages, and some were really funny. I was laughing a lot. But some were, really low. So I'm gonna start with each of the zodiac, starting with Aries, ending in Pisces, and I'm gonna pull a couple of an oracle and a couple of tarot to give you some guidance for what's happening in the next few days, possibly with Mars. With Mars squaring in Aries. So yeah, hope you enjoy. If it doesn't resonate, don't make it fit. It's okay. Hard left. And if you would like to book a personal reading, my link is in the bio. Yeah, I think that's it. So, alrighty, let's get started. Okie dokie, Aries. So, Aries, your channeled message. I got very fatigued. I was sitting up, meditating, and immediately when I called your energy in, I just wanted to, lay down and go to sleep. I got very fatigued. But it is your sign. Mars is squaring into your energy, so it's very high masculine. You've got a lot of fire, passion, and I feel like you've been feeling that push, that drive to act. Also, if your North Node is in Aries, you are a natural leader, so you are feeling this push, this call to really step into your placement of what's next. And there's a lot of fear too. So it's trusting that, but also use this opportunity as a time to really rest before all of this shit gets crazy. It's a good time to sleep. I have Aries moon, so I have a lot of passion and fire and heavy masculine running through my blood right now, and I'm wanting to act, but I've also never been so tired. I slept for 15 hours the other day, so allow yourself rest, allow yourself to sleep. But Aries, you're so cool. A new start is coming. Haha, told you. It's you're ready to take the next step. Whatever this next venture is, you're ready to fucking go. But you're also kind of putting your heels into the ground. You're I'm really tired. So rest. It's not quite time. Allow yourself to rest. You possibly just had an ending as well. Ending with something. Okay, what messages can we get for Aries? I'm getting some really specific message, but I don't think it's for you. Okay. Okay, let's get a couple cards for Aries. What's supporting this new beginning for Aries? That's so beautiful. Let's get one more. The Two of Cups came out. My throat wants to squeak. It's so happy. This is beautiful. Oh wow. Don't lose your strength, Aries. Love is coming. Love is gonna be knocking at your door. That's beautiful. This Two of Cups is a divine connection. They're cats rubbing their heads against each other, and they're sharing a cup of love. But the Strength card came out in reverse, so don't feel. You know what? I'm getting okay, because you're an Aries, which I feel you because I have strong Aries, but and that need for the masculine energy within you to roar. If you're like, if they're not going to do it, I'm going to do it. And you have very much of that energy, but the universe is telling you to stop, to be receptive, to stand in your feminine if you are a feminine, or to at least balance the feminine. To receive. You don't need to take action right now. Rest. That's so beautiful. Alright, Aries. Well, that was your reading. I hope you liked it. Hi, Taurus. Okay, so while I was meditating on your sign, I definitely tapped into like an inner child state of mind, and I just wanted to play. I envisioned this child just playing alone, and it was a very like blissful, serene, a place of solace. It was beautiful. So I encourage you to really kind of just drop the burdens, drop the weights, just for a little while, and just tap into your inner child. Perhaps you have a child or children. Kind of put the burdens down for a moment and just play. That's it. Perhaps hold your vision, fix mood. Yeah, you're being a little stubborn right now. I feel like there needs to be like a release of some sort of expectation of how you envision things being right now. Yeah, like juggling this kind of energy of, I don't know really what to do. There needs to be a form of expression. I'm seeing a lot of this blue. Yeah, you're feeling a little defeated or tired. Oh, wow. Are you needing to make a choice about a foundation that you just feel a little defeated over? I feel like maybe you're giving up on a situation, or perhaps you're feeling just like a little unstable, a little ungrounded in your home environment, possibly with a partner. I think you need more patience with yourself. I feel like there's some sort of pressure underneath your feet you're feeling, but I don't think the pressure's coming from anyone else but yourself. Interesting. Well, Taurus, I hope that helped. I'm sorry that reading wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, oh, goody. So, sending you love. Alright, Gemini. So your reading, or your channeled message. So it's kind of funny. When I went in, I saw Jesus, like Jesus's face showed up, like really big, and he said, "Where you going?" he like was smiling, and then my temple started to burn on my right side, and then he said, "What did you do?" So, if that means anything to you. I started laughing. I thought it was funny. So, did you get yourself into something, or are you perhaps running from something? I don't know. Don't be so hard on yourself. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So new moon in Aquarius to me tells me there's an opportunity to start fresh, to start anew. But you can't be avoidant. Avoidance is just going to continue to surround yourself with karmic energy, things of the past. To me, this woman is pouring out this cup. It's not really a cup, it's more like a vase, but it's like an old cup. And it's like, I don't want any of this anymore. It's not worth it. I'm moving on. She's kind of like throwing the water behind her back, so it's kind of, letting the past stay in the past. I'm starting over. Meditate. You need to meditate. See, there you are, Emperor. You just need to stand in your power. Stop being so scared. Ace of Cups. Cup for someone. Wow. Two of Swords, Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles. You feel like you need to make a decision, but you feel blinded. You feel like you're unsure. You're too much in your head. You're not trusting your intuition. You're turning a blind eye. You're turning the cheek. You're not wanting to make the decision. But you have this cup of love. There's a new opportunity at something that's very emotionally fulfilling. However, I feel like you're turning the cheek to it. And I feel like if you're not careful, you could be feeling left out in the cold. I feel like you're not seeing the opportunities at foundation in something new. And so you're gonna claim martyr in a sense. You're almost gonna like acclaim victim to your own situation that you put yourself into. Damn. Well, that was for someone. All right, Cancer. Cancer. Your channeled message. My hands started shaking like a lot. They were just trembling. And they got really cold. And then I received like an insane amount of sexual energy coming from my root chakra. Like it was vibrating. So I felt there was like a Kundalini activation going on. So if you feel very overwhelmed and like that there's something happening on an energetic level in and or around you, totally normal. You are going through a Kundalini. This is a spiritual ascension. So embrace, enjoy the ride. We have for Cancer. Hold your vision. Hold your vision. This is a little bit of a stubborn energy. Taurus got this as well. There's like needing balance situation, but someone's being stubborn. Yeah, you're going through an ego death right now, aren't you, Cancer? The Death card. You're gonna come to realize like the things that actually make you happy and the things that don't. But you're avoiding this change. I think you're subconsciously being guided into this, but you're holding attachments to something. Whoa, there's so much coming through for you, Cancer. Holy shit. I just want to blurt it all out. If you want a personal read, link is in my bio. Ho. Alright, I think you're starting to realize your sexual energy is not being put in the right way, and that you need to start communicating truth versus leading with your sexual drive. There's a lot of night energy, so it's like in and out, very immature, very irresponsible, and you have been almost denying this part about yourself. Yeah, you need to cleanse your chakras, your root chakra and your sacral chakra. There's definitely a stubborn energy in this recognition, I feel. Possibly not wanting to see it. If you want a queen, you gotta be the king. Just saying. Alright, Cancer, that was your message. Sending you love. Leo in the house. Alright, Leos. Your channeled message, I just heard empath. And I felt it. I felt what it's like to be an empath. I mean, I am an empath, so I know. But I felt the energy of empathy. And the message for you was kind of tied into the channeled message for the collective, and that was the inner transmuting is key. So if you find yourself as a Leo, if you have Leo in your chart, whatever house that's under, look it up. Just Google it. It's super easy to find out. But Leo, if you're an empath, if you find yourself an empath and you have Leo in your chart, perhaps taking a look again about the way that you are healing or the way that you feel that you're participating. And if that's by putting yourself in an external environment that's really not healthy for you mentally, emotionally, physically, to reevaluate that and to allow yourself some allotted downtime to really reflect on that and to see if perhaps going within is a better alternative to healing and to assisting for others than it would be to being out in an environment that is not stable and grounded and full of good stuff. Because energy attacks are so real right now. I myself have to limit my time outside because of these energy attacks, psychic attacks. I mean, they're pretty intense and they become very daunting and detrimental and very draining, very, very draining. I have to kind of pre-plan my week sometimes, as to when I go to the store. And I feel like I can't breathe the whole time I'm there, and I don't realize that until I get home, and it's just insane how sensitive we become sometimes to energy, especially with what's going on right now. So, inner transformation is key for you. Yeah, look at the bigger picture. So understand that just because you have this desire or this obligation or this want to be out in the world and saving the world in your own vision, I'm hearing reevaluate the situation. Don't allow your ego to get in the way. Leos can be very prideful, very proud, and so sometimes it's a little harder to get through on that emotional scale of what is being held accountable for, what is being what's truly important. And the Leos love the attention. They love socializing. They love being around people, usually. But if they're an empath at this time, it's not a good idea to be putting yourself in those social environments. And so sometimes that can be a little bit of an ego buster for a Leo. So look at the bigger picture. This isn't about you right now. This is about healing the world, but through the way that's best for you. So sometimes we are forced to do things that we don't want to do, and sometimes we're forced to not do things that we want to do. So it's, it's just how you look at it. And but that definitely came through strong. Ooh, whoa. Yeah, you're gonna have success though. Let's see what else comes out. Okay. You're gonna have success with healing a little bit of a broken heart. Could be pertaining to a family, a couple, possibly a marriage. Ooh, I know whose energy I'm tapping into. Wow. Too bad my dad doesn't watch tarot. Wow. Whoa. I need to just send this to him. This can apply in so many different people's lives. It's insane. And the messages come through very differently. But I'm being told you could have success with communication. You could restore balance in your passionate endeavors. This could also be very restorative, almost like a reconciliation with someone, perhaps a marriage, perhaps a job, or finding stability within something that previously broke your heart that you now can feel successful with. However, you're going to be receiving the messages in a different way, like the inner work, remember? So doing the inner work and we can kind of find a solution is what I'm feeling. Sweet. That's beautiful. All right, Leo, that was for you. Virgo. So when I was meditating on your sign, my left foot fell asleep, got really, really cold, and it wasn't because I was sitting on it for a long time. It's just immediately when I said, okay, whatever messages Virgo needs to hear, send them to me, and they'll come through and they'll project through my physical body, they'll project through my emotional body, mental, astral, celestial, whatever, all of it. But yeah, it felt like I had a missing limb, My other foot felt like it was tearing, and then my body was getting like hot and cold, and then I kid you not, I have no fan on. The fan is not on. Well, it is now, but it wasn't then, and my AC also wasn't on. I didn't have any windows open or doors open, but I felt this incredibly crazy cold breeze rush over my body, and it shot through all of me, and I was like, whoa, that was not air conditioning, that was not the fan, that was not a breeze, that was definitely something. Yeah, it was like feeling torn. It was feeling like I had a missing limb, feeling like something was missing, like I was longing for something. I sat the longest with you, Virgo, because I felt that, and it felt really deep. So I held space for you. I tried to kind of send you some of that healing energy with that missing or that longing feeling. I know that feeling. It's not fun. Wants to come out. You got 2. Lucky ducky you. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini, and don't let your past hold you back. South Node. So South Node, this is like the lower energy, the lower vibrational energy, that of which is in your past that you're still carrying now. And I feel like you miss someone. Perhaps like a soulmate, twin flame kind of dynamic. The full moon in Gemini. Gemini represents the twins. They're the all-encompassing, the mass mind. It's like this intuitive knowing, and you feel like you're missing something, and it could be projecting through your physical body. Perhaps your soul is aware of this, something that's missing, or whatever it is you're longing. Perhaps you don't even know what it is you're longing for, and this could be it. But it also says don't let your past hold you back. So if you have met this person, if possibly you're in a separation of any sort, there needs to be some blockages cleared from your past, or you're still holding on to something from the past that's preventing the two of you from coming together. Whoa. No, yeah, those same things. Okay, 3 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 4 of Cups. So you've been waiting to receive some messages or clarity. You really want success. However, I feel like it's a missed opportunity. And it brought you to feeling really depressed. You wanted victory, but nothing was done. You stayed in that stuck energy of waiting, of thinking things were going to come to you. Yeah, the transits in the astrological realms right now are super intense, which is why I feel so guided to doing more of these weekly check-ins, because I feel like we could all just use a little outside help, you know. These reads have not been super sweet, but I hope this gives you clarity, Virgo. I'm sending you so much love. If I can help and give a personal read, just click on the link in the bio. Yo, Libra, your video just crapped out on me. I was almost done. I was like 6 minutes in, and it didn't pan out well. So I'm gonna start over. Technology sometimes is such a pain. Thanks, Mercury. So your vision came through as the scales very strongly. I received this vision of just all white. It was all white and bright. And I feel like all Libras are really at the precipice of creating balance, not just within their internal life, but their external life. And then I received this message. It was like a triangular red line, almost zipping down the middle of this space of white. And the color red, I was very taken aback by. Like, red isn't my go-to color. It's not my favorite color, but red is such a triggering color. And I received the message that if you're triggering people, you're doing your job. So as a Libra, I understand and resonate with this completely, because I understand that it's in our innate desire to create justice and balance in every part of us. So the more we become awakened to the true essence of who we are, especially with Libra in our chart, we restore balance. We are energetically doing that. So by simply being in a certain environment or around certain people is going to oftentimes trigger them, because we are the subconscious lighters. Like, we create balance energetically, and it bothers people because it's uncomfortable for them to face these mirrors and for their shadows to kind of be illuminated, not when they want to be. So if you are triggering people, know that you're doing your job. And then Alchemy Suit cards. The end of a tough cycle approaches, which is so beautiful because this is a full moon in Capricorn. We're having a full moon in Capricorn on July 5th. And then the energy is gaining momentum. And that is definitely true. With this Capricorn sign here, there's like this goat, and he's transforming into this, he's got like a fin, so he's in land and in water. It's kind of finding that balance. But there's a major transformative opportunity that's coming, and I feel like it's going to be a part of this eclipse as well on July 5th. So understand that you're being divinely guided, and that the end of your tough cycles are approaching, and I feel that so strongly. Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're so close to finding your wish fulfillment. You're about to escape this cage, and I feel like it's of your own making, truly. You've already eliminated everything else outside of you, so the last part of it was to really get out of the cage. But if you also see closely, like, the cat got his freaking bird. Yeah, you're gonna feel successful. You're gonna feel victorious. You're gonna have balance restored, passionate new beginning in the right direction. I feel like it's gonna come with some communication, and it's gonna be left behind. Something's gonna be left behind. You're looking to your future. You're looking ahead. You're not really waiting. Sometimes this can be a waiting card for me, this Three of Wands. But I'm definitely feeling like, okay, I've established my grounds. Yes, I don't have Four of Wands yet. Four of Wands indicates like home, foundation, solid foundation, or a startup of a foundation. Three of Wands is kind of like waiting for ships to come in, but it's not really like a waiting. It's like, I have what I need now. I'm going to continue to work for my fourth wand. So it's like, I'm not waiting for this energy anymore. I feel like there's definitely like been a lack of reciprocity with something, one person sitting, one person standing. So there hasn't really been a balanced situation with this when it comes to wish fulfillment and feeling victorious. But I feel like you're kind of taking matters into your own hands in a sense of obtaining this self-fulfillment, of emotional fulfillment, of feeling of oneness with self. That was a beautiful message, Libra. Scorpio, sending you so much love today. Scorpio, your message that came through, I just got this vision when I was meditating of the fast forward button just being hit. It was like, can we just fast forward through this shit? Feeling just not really optimistic about the situation, just wanting to hit fast forward in life, and I totally felt that. So I felt this need to just send you a bunch of love, which we did. I hope you feel it. I'm getting hold your vision. A couple of others have received that too. So hold your vision. Take a pause. There's a lot of mountains ahead. There's always going to be. There's always going to be mountains ahead of which you need to climb. If you see it's kind of dark, mysterious, you're like, oh, I'm standing here and I'm looking there. I can't really see. Like, it's kind of dark. I don't really want to go right now. It's okay. Hold your vision. You don't need to do it right now. So kind of allow yourself like a pause in time. Allow yourself a little bit of a break. Ease up. Don't be so hard on yourself. Some sort of like father energy is here. Father, protective, authoritative. There's a healing opportunity, possibly finding forgiveness with a father. Nostalgia. Okay. Holding back on communication with someone from your past, perhaps. avoiding confrontation with someone and the family, or not wanting to speak to family. Doesn't need to be acted on now. I'm just hold on, it's okay. If times are hard or if times feel just not right, it's okay to not have to act on anything. Could be something having to do with your childhood as well. Anyway, well, Scorpio, that was for you. Sending you the Sagittarius. Hello. So your message came through as lost in translation. There was like a distraction. I kept feeling distracted or lost. Like I wasn't sure like why I was even meditating. I was like, what am I doing? And I was like, oh, weird. It was like, how did I lose my own train of thought of my intention of meditating right now? That's how lost I was. I was like, why are my eyes closed? Like, and I felt like I had disappeared in the moment. Like my intention didn't matter. So I receive it as like feeling loss of yourself, or feeling like you've given yourself away, that you just kind of don't discern your own energy from others, or you just feel like kind of lost in the shuffle. Like, I don't know, there's a lot that's associated with that, I feel. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. I wonder if this could be pertaining to the relationship that you're questioning about. It could possibly be a new opportunity for a new beginning, even if you are with this person. Possibly like a restorative situation, and just your own recognition of where you kind of felt lost in the relationship perhaps, and you felt the need to restore balance for yourself. Like you needed to, I looked at the time, it said 1:44, if that means anything to you. Kind of just feeling lost in your own identity within the relationship, so kind of needing to take a step back and reapproach, reevaluate, kind of just balance the scales. But it could be a beautiful new romantic opportunity. Eight of Pentacles, Emperor, Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, so someone could be coming off as very defensive, or possibly recognizing where their defensiveness has lied within the relationship and has prevented you from working on it. But I feel like whoever this is, this Emperor, could be an Aries that you're dealing with, a divine masculine. I feel like that's you, actually. So you could be putting your foot down and saying no. Like, if we're going to work on this, we need to not do this shit anymore. So it's like getting rid of the toxic behavior. Not letting yourself get distracted in what this person wants, and by putting your needs there too. So restoring balance in the situation, eliminating any toxic negative behaviors, or just kind of calling it out. This to me can like be like, I'm calling you on your shit, but it came out in the reverse. You could just be done with this person's shit, but you want to work on it. Eight of Pentacles to me is wanting to, like, you're sitting there diligently working on something. Could be a new romantic cycle with yourself. It could be like a separation with someone, and you just were just done and tired, and you stood into the masculine part, and you were like, I know what I need, so I'm going to give it to myself. That could be it too. Alright, Saji, that was for you. Sending you love. So, Britt, you're going to love this one, because when I meditated on the Capricorn and what messages needed to come through, your cutie little witchy self popped up, and you had these like beautiful trees, like baby trees behind you, and you like stood there with your hands on your hips, and you were like, bitch, watch my shit grow. And you like turned around and looked, and they all just started to like bloom. It was really cute, it was really funny, and Yeah, and I had your face in there, Britt, so. Watch my shit grow. Very just like empowered, very empowering feeling. So proud of you. Alright, look. Meditate and contemplate. Okay, so this could perhaps be, it's a new moon in Pisces. So, ooh. There could be some fear, a little bit, when it comes to kind of propagating what it is that you've been manifesting and creating. I feel like there's room for growth and expansion, so being very adaptable is super important, because if you put a box around anything in which this opportunity needs to come to fruition, there needs to be a little bit more wiggle room, as I feel. I looked at the time and it said 1:44 again, so yeah, just like meditate and contemplate when you do take steps. Don't continue to take the same steps. Kind of revisit it and sit with it and make sure there doesn't need to be any adjustments, because I feel like some adjustments along the way are going to benefit you more than anything. Watch my shit grow. I love that. It's so cute. Whoa. 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 Okay. Justice. Justice, Hierophant, and the Empress in reverse. Okay. Whoa, it's all major arcana right there. This opportunity at a new business venture is going to require another partner, a soulmate counterpart, for the balance to be restored financially, abundantly, and within the dynamic of counterparts, divine masculine, divine feminine. It's going to require some meditation and contemplation, and I feel like it's going to benefit and push you both into the future and to the direction you both need to go. But there's still some like underlying fear, hesitation, hence the Empress in reverse. Taurian energy, Taurus. So there needs to be like I'm getting like a divine truth happening. So almost like just like epiphany. It could happen in sleep, dream state. Because you both have the key to unlocking this. Both of you do. And I think it's in different ways. So you have to kind of come together and discover this together. Really explore. Discover the truth. Interesting. Alright, Capricorn, that was for you. Sending you love. Your video was just cut off by a spam or a phone call, so if that's a message, I usually take those signs as omens, especially when I'm channeling, as I feel very protected. So anything that happens when I'm channeling, I take them as signs. So that could have been like a cutoff. So don't allow anyone to cut you off. You speak your truth. You are valid in speaking your truth. Do not let anyone cut you off from speaking your truth, ever. Ever. You stand in your ground. You step out of your comfort zone and you stand up for yourself. You do not allow anyone around you to support or enable this idea of needing to suppress yourself or hurt yourself or push yourself down, because you are worthy of being held and worthy of being heard and worthy of being valid and everything with how you feel. So yeah, that was a really strong message that came through for someone. So, High Priestess, Eight of Wands. Okay, yeah. So you're needing to speak a truth, or you're needing to take action that's being divinely guided, but you're ignoring your intuition. You're not trusting yourself. You're deceiving yourself into thinking like, well, if I suppress this, no one will find out. It's only going to hurt you. 144 again. Oh my God, that's insane. It's the third video in a row I saw the number 144 on the video. Whatever it is that you're needing to say or do, trust your intuition. Okay, Aquarius, sending you love. Pisces. Channeled message that came through when I was meditating was another ascension. You've been going through it. I saw you just kind of like like give up, you threw in the towel, you surrendered, but it was out of like laughter of recognizing how many tower moments you've experienced even in just this year. So you're going through my throat chakra just started vibrating. So you're going through an upgrade of some sort. Well, that was really weird. It felt it like down my chest. That was cool. You're going through an ascension. You're being upgraded energetically. So just lean into it. It's uncomfortable. And again, kind of going back to that like shaking the bottle visual that I received for the collective was if you're being shaken, if things are being torn away from you, from your life, from your thoughts, from anything that you're holding on to, let them go because they're not meant for you. Don't let pride get in your way. You guys can have a little bit of pride. You're very deep individuals, but you also hold a lot of pride in your emotion and your intellectualism. So don't let that get in your way. You can cry. You're allowed to cry, Pisces. That one wanted to come out. Yeah, you're allowed to cry. King of Cups, that's you. You're showing up and you're reading. Whoa, did you see that? Whoa. Oh my god. Pisces. Pisces, that's so beautiful. The Sun and the Nine of Pentacles, or the Queen of Pentacles. You found your love. You're out of this heartbreak energy. And you want happiness. You want your 10 of Cups. Don't let pride get in your way, Pisces. You're about to have it real good. Yes, you may be going through another ascension. However, I don't think you're having to go through it alone. And just don't let pride get in your way. Cut the ego. That's beautiful. Could be dealing with a Leo. Could be dealing with a Taurus. Pisces, that was for you. Again, if you guys would like to book a reading, a personal read, my link is in the bio. And I get really detailed. I get very descriptive with my reads. The more you ask, the more you want to know, the more I can deep into it. And I also do a lot of like shadow aspects with my readings, as I love tapping into the subconscious mind. That is a practice that I've really instilled in my own life, and I find the shadow work to be the assistance to finding my own light, if that makes sense. So that's how I assist my the people that come to me for readings. I'll kind of pull their subconscious mind into play, illuminating some of the shadow aspects so they can transmute that energy into light, so then they feel like they're able to release, they're able to understand, gain clarity and guidance in the direction of where they need to go. So that's kind of like a lump sum of the kind of readings that I provide, or at least like the storyline basis of where it comes from. It's a lot of shadow work, but it's super fun, very enlightening, very just proactive, and it allows you to just kind of feel good about it. It's not all like rainbows and sunshines, but it can definitely help you get there. That's the beautiful part about it. So anyway, okay, I will talk to you guys soon.